who's gonna buy the cow if they can get the milk for free? I was like, Mom, who says I'm giving that milk away for free? For the Chinese speakers, Wo Nio Nai Fei Changuela. People tell me I'm a biological clock, so whenever anyone asks if I'm wearing a watch, I have to say, kind of. And when they say, so what time is it? I say, fertilize my womb. Well, yeah, Igor Artza. That's not it. Did anyone see what I did with a napkin? I'm sorry, that's not a joke.
Napkin joke.
Joe, is there a napkin next to me?
No napkin.
Memory.
Fuck! Jayo!
Jayo.
Memory. Fuck, seriously. Oh, wait, that wasn't. Do you guys like Obama?
Yeah!
Woo! I've come up with a great plan to get Obama reelected. He just has to knock up Michelle right before the election and then have her come out and say, if you don't reelect my husband, I'm going to abort this baby. Thank you. I'm really concerned about indoor air quality in China. So I bought a lot of houseplants. But I can't stop smoking them. That guy who sells tobacco plants at the wet market is making a killing off it. I've recently realized that when you're talking to non-native English speakers, you have to be careful because they'll pick up your mannerisms and speech. Like when I first started working with my boss, I noticed he suddenly started saying the word cool a lot. I was like, oh, that must be for me. But now it's just getting weird. I went into work the other day and I was like, hi, Mr. Mao. He was like, yo, bro. And later that day I was like, Mr. Mao, I'm sorry, that report's going to be a little late. He was like, dude, you told me you would give me the report yesterday. And I was leaving work. He was like, Audrey, you see that Chinese secretary? How you say, hit it and quit it. God, is that really what I sound like? I hate when you're trying to talk to someone in Chinese and they insist on responding to you in English. Like my mom. I'll be like, ni hao. And she'll be like, I don't understand you. It happened to me the other day in a taxi. I was giving directions to my office in Chinese. I was like, I'll get off at the corner. Don't cross the cross street. And as we got closer, he just started going, yes, yes, yes. It was so humiliating. I had to respond. And I was like, oh, yes. EDN, yes. EDN, DN, yes. Okay. Look. I recently started online dating. It's a lot like regular dating, but with Photoshop. But I've been out of the dating game a while, and I kind of forgot how it worked. The other day I was on a first date with a guy I met on Smart Shanghai. And about 5 minutes in, he was like, "I bet your pussy tastes so amazing." And I freaked out. I didn't know how to respond. So I just said the first thing that came into my head. I was like, "God, my dick is so hard right now." Now I'd like to show you a PowerPoint presentation. We might have to wait for it to turn on. The other day my boyfriend was like, "Hey Audrey, did you know that sex burns 100 calories an hour?" And I was like, "Really? Does that mean if I start going to the gym, we can stop having sex?" I'm just kidding. I don't have a boyfriend. Chinese speakers. 我没有男朋友. There we go. I still remember the day that I learned how to say, nope, not that joke. Sorry. The other day my bike got towed. And the worst part of the whole experience was I didn't get to see the actual towing. And I was really disappointed because I wanted to see, does bike towing look like what we would expect it to look like in America? Or what we would expect it to look like in China? I still remember the day that I learned how to say ni hao. I ran home and immediately updated the languages section of my resume to say, people say you shouldn't mix business and pleasure. Turns out they're right. The other day I made out with my Chinese teacher's boyfriend. And then she taught me this Chinese pickup line. Tried to use it in a bar. Turns out it meant... So I talked to her and she was like, "Look, I'm sorry. Here's a phrase you can use to respectfully disagree with your colleagues in meetings." Tried to use it. Turns out it meant... So I sat down with her and I was like, "Look, this isn't cool." She was like, "Alright." I was like, "Listen, I'm trying to teach Chinese children English." She was like, "I've got the phrase for you." Turns out it meant just. To be fair, I probably should have seen that one coming. Because the Chinese was 假斯丁必把有 testicular cancer. I recently went back to the States. People were complaining that I was celebrating holidays like a Chinese. I tried to fly home with a bunch of fireworks in my briefcase. And on Christmas morning, everybody gave me presents. And I just stoically took them up to my room without opening them. And I tried to throw a New Year's party. My decorations looked like this. The other day I woke up, and in my apartment, I saw this. And I called my Shanghainese landlord, and he was like, "I can fix that." So he came over, and after he left, I saw this. And I was like, "You didn't solve my problem." He was like, "Yes, I did." I was like, "But the mouse is still there." He was like, "Yeah. And now people will think that you're wealthy." Thank you.